Welcome back. You missed a lot again. Now don't worry, for those of you who are still waiting for me to, finish this, still going to be a minute. See, it's almost grass cutting season. So this is in the shop. I had two others in the shop. I wasn't going to make this video because, well, working on lawnmowers is usually not something everybody enjoys doing, but I picked up this little gem off of the face base. This is a 2015 Ariens Zoom. Y'all see it? Yeah. Ariens Zoom 1840. It's got the commercial deck on it, and it was $200. That's the only reason I bought it. Engine was blown. Had really funny story. Did not check. Middle of the night Facebook pickup, you know how it is. No wiring harness whatsoever, which is fine. We can get rid of some of the safeties. I mean, we can wire back in all of the safeties, every single one of them, to make absolutely sure that this is safe and correct. So right now it looks like a little spaghetti mess, but trust me, switches are done. Once this is all tied up, everything's color coded, so that once I get to the end, we can have this thing fired up. Should be super simple, super easy. Probably not going to take you through all the wiring because, it's definitely stock. Trust me, it's stock wiring. So just real quick, this motor is an unknown motor. I did make sure that it worked prior to doing anything else on here. Now, the motor that was on it had lost its compression relief off of the camshaft. People who've dealt with Briggs & Stratton motors know what I'm talking about. That little plastic thing that's inside of there with the camshaft that shears off, whatever. Not a big deal. So this is what I was left with off of this donor motor. You have your voltage regulator. Underneath here you have your pickup magneto assembly. So this whitish gray wire right here, that's going to run to the little plunger for the carburetor, which is going to run out as this wire right here. All you have to do to make these run, you have to hook power, and that's it. This is your power return to charge your battery, coming off your voltage regulator right here. And then this yellow wire that's on top of it is another 12 volt source coming off the motor. We're not going to use that. All we're worried about is getting power back to the battery. We're going to worry about getting the plunger for the carburetor to open up. And we have our ground already hooked up to be able to turn the engine off. And of course we have a brand new solenoid. So I'm going to hook up a couple wires here and we'll see what happens. There we go. About 5 minutes with some zip ties, which, by the way, this is what zip ties are for. Okay. Yes. Anyway, I don't know who all needs to hear this, but I'm assuming it's a lot of people. These Don't use these. These are terrible. These built-in insulators don't do anything. Well, that's kind of a lie. They will light things on fire when they fail. If I'm in a pinch and I have to get these kits, I'll actually pull these little insulators. There we go. I'll actually pull these little insulators off and just use the metal. This is a nice kit. I think it was $5 or $10 on Amazon. I think I got these from Hobo Freight. That's your little heat shrink sleeves. If you're gonna wire something permanent, for the love of God, please consider using just the little metal ends and the heat shrink. It doesn't take long. Another beautiful thing about getting these ends in this bulk package, it comes with a multitude of different sizes. So is that 18 gauge, 16 gauge, whatever. It has the medium size eyelet, small, medium, small, large, extra large, for all your different sizes. Much better than that garbage. Don't use that garbage. Use this, less garbage. Oh, I saw that and y'all didn't stop me. If I'd have forgotten to put that on there, we'd have been cutting this end right back off. Chances are when I give it the pull test, it's going to slide off anyway. Which, by the way, always give it the pull test. You'd rather it slide off now and have to redo it and swallow your pride than to have it fail later. Don't get me wrong. I used to not check them. Bit me 3,000 too many times. So now all we have to do is connect this and get a couple of butt connectors in here, and we'll be in business. So to recap, we have our extra wire. I have it heat shrinked up, not using it. Carburetor plunger. Our 12 volt hot coming out of the voltage regulator. That's going to recharge our battery. This is running direct to the battery. Our other lug is running to our starter. We have a keyed 12 volt and a ground so that we can excite our solenoid. We have a fuse 20 amp in line that's going to run to the starter solenoid. We have stainless bolts. Budget gone. Holding a positive negative. Everything's nice and zip tied up. And if I did any of this correctly, should be able to press this button. Nothing. Okay. Every now and then something stupid will get you. Always look for the stupid simple solution. This is a fuse. This fuse ohms good. In fact, I got 12 volts on this side, 12 volts on this side. What I couldn't see was the corrosion. It wasn't making good contact. You live, you learn. So back to attempt number 1. We have ignition. Sometimes you need a break. You can get frustrated. Things aren't quite going your way. 5 other things broken. So you might as well barbecue paint a muffler for a different project. Just another mower. Different project. Because why not? I hate painting. Can you tell? So I'm not gonna lie, I reused a lot of stuff on this thing. Didn't reuse hardly any wiring, but I did put a new used carburetor plunger assembly. This is the one that was on that carburetor. But it doesn't do the thing. That's gonna get you nowhere. This one, already tested it, looks terrible. Works. Oddly enough, that's, I believe, the one that came on it. No, that came off of it. It came off of a different. Anyway, now, in here, we have clickage. And since we have clickage, let's see what happens. Battery died. That'll do. Water. So just to recap, $200, $0. 200, 0. 0 turn, $200. Plus some knick-knack stuff. We'll call it $40 worth of wire and stuff. I do have one more part to get. It's the drives. What do they call those things? The drive sheave. I'm waiting on a seller on eBay to accept an offer for one, because apparently he's the only one who has one, and I really hope he doesn't know that. We'll see. Anyway, I hope you learned absolutely nothing, because none of this is correct. Hope you stay in school. Make lots of money. Buy new things.